What's up, everybody? Well, I have been just amongst working and doing some of the things that I love and just kind of getting through this winter. I've been reflecting an awful lot on my shed and how much crap is in it and the tools that I need and the tools that I don't. And I started to really think about what was the single best piece of equipment, the best thing that I actually invested in. And I started to really think like, man, this is a good way to get real pumped up for lawn care season, just because talking about equipment is fun. So I really had to sit and think about this. I mean, it was not an easy task. I mean, there's so much cool stuff in there. I mean, right now I think I probably have like 5 lawn mowers. Let's see, I've got the Great States mower I still have the Scott's Classic Cut. I've got the Toro 60, I've got the Hudson Star, and I've got that stupid hover mower. Now, and I figure that a lot of people out there are gonna say, absolutely, hover mower, hands down, the best piece of lawn equipment out there on the market today. How can you not live without that thing? Well, sorry to disappoint, that's definitely not gonna be number one. So there's all this stuff, there's all this really cool stuff, all these gadgets and gizmos, and in this, I think it's such a big and broad topic, and there are things that somebody's gonna love that somebody's gonna hate, and how can you actually really be specific or drill down on what is like this number one best piece of equipment? So it's more of a what's the best to you kind of thing. So I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna say this, I want people to comment, I want people to put down in that comment section, I wanna start a conversation about this, is what's the best piece of equipment that you have invested in that's changed your life, that's changed your lawn game, from how fast you get things done, or maybe the effectiveness of something, or easier, or whatever it might be, however you love it, what is it, why? Why do you think so? And, share it with the group. I think it would be pretty cool. So I really had a super hard time narrowing this down because there's so much cool stuff. But I think I got it. And it's not really a tie, but it's close enough that I am going to say there's 2 pieces for me that are the best, which is kind of weird if I'm going to do something that's the best. That doesn't matter. Let's not argue about semantics right now or anything. So here's number 1. I have to say that my smart irrigation controller was one of the best investments that I ever made, and I don't know how I ever lived without that in any other lifetime that I've lived. So here's the deal. I have an Orbit B-Hyve. It's a 16 station. It probably runs about $160, $170 now. It's fantastic, super easy to use. All of those out here with Rakios or Rainbird's version or any of the others, they're countless. Everything is going that way, right? So it doesn't really matter which one you have. They're all great. I just love this thing. It was, in my opinion, really cheap for what it did, monitoring the weather, giving me those rain delays, giving me the ability to just pop something up anywhere in the world and do a quick watering cycle. Awesome. And honestly, I can already tell how much it is conserving and saving water just on the features that it does automatically, that are just native to the system. So I have mine mounted on the outside of my house. It's weatherproof. It's hooked into the Wi-Fi. Obviously, it's hooked into my phone. I have all pictures of the zones all over my phone, so it's all there. Everything's loaded in. It's very custom to me. And it allowed me to establish the lawn, establish the green, super easy, and really do it in a much better way than I could have done it possibly before with a standard timer or adjusting things all the time or manual or whatever it might have been. So for me, that absolutely, number 1, best investment I made, super inexpensive, super easy to set up. That thing kicks grass. So I would say, if that's an investment that you haven't made yet, just do it. It's great. It's awesome. Now here's the number 2, and this is, it's weird for me to say it because when I first got this thing, I didn't really know how often I was going to use it. I just saw that it was available, thought I'd grab one, test it out, gave one away to a longtime viewer, and that is this Sunjoe Scarifier, the cordless one. And they were not available for a while. Maybe that was just because of production or whatever else. No, there's a ton of cordless out there. There's a huge following for these things because they freaking work. And that thing got used and borrowed by pretty much all of my friends who were doing any sort of rehab on anything, planting seed, taking on an old lawn that they needed to just like tear stuff up. It was like the most requested tool in my shed for people to borrow. And I used it on my lawn probably 8-9 times last year because of how crappy the turf was when it came in, just pulling up just crap and crap and crap. So I don't know how much I'm going to use it now going forward, but that thing is freaking dynamite. It just works. It works super, super well. The cartridge is easy to change out. Everything about it. It's lightweight. Anybody can use it. And for rehabbing a lawn, absolutely killer. So those are the two things. Now, you could go on and on, like I said, about all of this different stuff out there, but those two stand out the most. Hell, I've got my fertility dialed in, no problem. I've got enough things to cut lawns, and trust me, that Hudson Star mower is freaking amazing. But it's a very specific tool, and it's going to be used for the green. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to buy a whole lot more, garden tools this year, but you never know. I got gas, and if you don't know what gas is, that's it's GAS, Gear Acquisition Syndrome. That's something that I have in the music side. I have in the sport side by side ski equipment. I have gas, guys. I have gas. Anyway, I'm trying to get you guys pumped up for lawn season. I'm ready. It's coming. It's coming fast. And let's just get out and be ready to enjoy it. Start sharing some of the things that you're excited about. New equipment that you've got, stuff that maybe we've never heard of. Things get discovered on here all the time. That's really it. I hope you guys are having a great one, and I'll talk to you real soon. See ya.